What a win! Welcome into Celtics Today. I am Will Scott. Last night, Boston got back on track, destroying the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 3. Final score, 121-87. It was a must-win game for Boston. They could not go into Philly down 0-2. Not only do they win, but they dominate the 76ers to even the series at one game apiece. Before we react to last night's game and preview Game 3, subscribe to Celtics Today because we're trying to reach a milestone. Help us get to 15,000 subscribers, trying to get there by the end of this Celtics 76er series. Hit that subscribe button below. Taking a look at the box score last night, again, Celtics winning 121-87. Jaylen Brown dropped 25, 9 of 17 from the floor. I should say he dropped 25 in 3 quarters, did not play the entire fourth. It was good to see Brown get more involved. Brogdon had 23, made 6 threes. He was phenomenal. What was surprising here is the Celtics won by 30-plus points, and they did it with Jayson Tatum just scoring 7. So that's notable. Joel Embiid, you contain him in his return, 15 points, just 3 rebounds. Harden, after dropping 45, he wasn't very good, just 12 points on 2 of 14 shooting. And then Tyrese Maxey, you hold him scoreless for the entire second half, just 13 points for Maxey last night. And this is the Celtics basketball that we want to see. That is what Boston is capable of playing up. And you saw them do it without Jayson Tatum having a good game, which was certainly notable. So that is the Celtics basketball that we want to see. That is the Celtics basketball that we know. And if Boston can just continue to play like that, this team will win banner number 18. And, of course, this comes after a disappointing Game 1 loss. Joe Mazzulla saying that the team was angry and pissed after Game 1. Here's what Jaylen Brown had to say. We just had to take more pride in ourselves. I felt like we underperformed last game, and we wanted to come out and play to the best of our ability. That's what we did, and I agree with JB. That's certainly what Boston did in Game 2, bouncing back to even up the series. What's your one-word reaction to the win in Game 2? Let's hear from you down in the comment section. Let me know, what is your one-word reaction to the win last night? My one word is promising, and my one-word reaction after Game 1 I think was alarming, so big difference there, but promising because you win by 30-plus, number 1. Number 2, you do it without Jayson Tatum having a big game. Number 3, you do it with the bench really stepping up. Brogdon was huge, having 6 made threes, so certainly a promising win. You slow down Harden, you slow down Embiid, and you easily win this game in Boston to tie the series going to Philly for Game 3, which is tomorrow night. What'd Joe Buck say? We'll see you tomorrow night, May 5th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That game is in Philly at the Wells Fargo Center. The Celtics are a 1.5-point favorite. The total is at 214. But you know what? I really don't do spreads anymore. I'm all about fantasy, specifically underdog fantasy. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's show. Experience the thrill of fantasy sports like never before with Underdog Fantasy, the industry's easiest and fastest growing app. Put your basketball knowledge to the test in their pick'em game by forecasting whether your chosen players will have higher or lower stat totals this week, and you might just win up to 20 times your money. Register today using promo code CHATBOS and double your first deposit up to $100. Head to chatsports.com/underdogceltics or find the app in the App Store. Make sure to use our promo code for your bonus. I love picking with Underdog Fantasy. And get this, they have a special tomorrow with Jaylen Brown. Take advantage. You see that? Higher than 0.5 points. So if Jaylen Brown scores 1 point tomorrow, check. You can check that off your list, but you got to have at least 2 picks, and you cannot pick the same team. So that is worth noting. There's some other picks to choose from there for the Knicks games and also Devin Booker with the Suns. So take advantage of that special. Again, 100% match with ChatBOS at chatsports.com/underdog Celtics. Go and take advantage of that Jaylen Brown special for tomorrow, higher than 0.5 points. Let's get into my keys to victory for tomorrow's game. Number one, Jayson Tatum has got to be better. He was 1 of 7 from the floor, 7 points. Now, it didn't matter because he still won the game and he did it in dominant fashion, but you can't count on a performance like that from Jayson Tatum on the road and expect to win. Number two is to contain Joel Embiid. You successfully did this in Game 2, and no coincidence, you won the game and you did it big. Joel Embiid in Game 2, and granted it was his return. He's knocking the rust off, but he just had 15 points and 3 rebounds. So if you can contain Joel Embiid and you're playing Philadelphia, you're probably going to win. So that's certainly on my list here, as well as slow down James Harden. What did I say in my Game 2 preview? Don't let him do what he did in Game 1 again, and you certainly did not do that. James Harden had 45 points in Game 1. In Game 2, just 12 points. He did not score much in the second half. I just think 1 point in the second half. Slow down James Harden. Do not let him replicate what he did in Game 1, or you're probably going to lose Game 3. Number 4 is three-point shooting. We saw that from Malcolm Brogdon, how crucial that was, because this was a game that in the third quarter, Philadelphia was still somewhat in. Malcolm Brogdon and the Celtics could not miss a three. It led to the Celtics pulling away, winning this game big. Number 5 is bench scoring. Again, that kind of goes with what I said earlier about Malcolm Brogdon. Here is what MB said about the depth that the Celtics have. That is our strength, our depth. The way the roster is constructed. We got guys like me, Derek White, Grant Williams, that are playing behind our 2 superstars and ready to contribute when we can. Certainly a good mindset there from the 6th man of the year. Who do you got in Game 3? Is it Boston or is it Philly? Type BOS or type PHI. Down in the comment section. Go down, let me know who do you got for tomorrow. It's going to be close, y'all. But the Celtics get it done. I'm taking the C's 108-106. I do believe Boston will be victorious here in Game 3. I think it's going to be a battle. I think it's going to be really close, but I do think Boston eventually is able to win this basketball game. I think Jayson Tatum really steps up in the end here for the Celtics. Taking a look at the series schedule, you got Game 3 tomorrow night. Game 4 is on Sunday at 3:30 Eastern Time. Still waiting on a game time for Game 5, but that will be Tuesday in Boston. Game 6 is in Philadelphia on May 11th if necessary. Hopefully it's Season 5. And then Game 7, if necessary. I don't think we're getting to Game 7. I got Season 6. But Game 7, Sunday, May 14th in Boston, if necessary. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We've always had you covered with Celtics news, especially during the playoffs. So be sure to subscribe.